Mindful Life Practice community.
Okay, we'll start today just in a seated position at the top of your mat. Hands can be palms down or palms up. The shoulders roll back and down. Finding some height, length through the spine. Sitting up nice and tall, let the eyes close. Just start to feel the breath. Start to deepen on that inhale and exhale. Seeing if you can notice the front, side, back, ribs as they move, expand, and contract. Breathing in and out through the nose. Trying to keep a nice even inhale and exhale. And slowly fluttering the eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Take a big stretch. Interlace those palms, reach the palms up. Lifting the heart. And then exhale, release. Reach the arms back. Find a little fold over. And then release the palms, come over those cross legs, come to all fours. And just finding some cat-cows here, warming up the spine. Inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the sits bones. Exhale, rounding. Noticing what parts of the spine are a little bit tighter maybe. And coming back to center. Inhale, reach that right arm up. And then exhale, thread it underneath the left, coming down onto that right shoulder. Maybe you find a little twist. Maybe you want to reach that left hand to the sacrum or the right hip crease. And then release. Come back to center. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, thread it under. Landing on that left shoulder. Maybe take that right palm to the sacrum, to the left hip crease. And release. Come back to center. Now we're going to come into our puppy pose. So keeping the hips stacked over the knees. Walk those hands forward. Lower the heart, melting it towards the mat. And maybe you land on the forehead, maybe the chin. Opening up those shoulders. And slowly walk those hands back to your all fours. Then we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to your down dog. Give your down dog a little walk here. And then tippy toe, walking the feet all the way to the hands. In your forward fold, let the head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. A couple more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then pressing into the feet. Roll all the way to stand. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back to a low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. An option here, maybe bring those hands to the low back. Find a little tiny back bend, heart opener, lifting through the sternum. And then release the hands, come back down, plant, step that right foot back, and press back to your down dog. And here we're going to try and find a little bit of a wave through the spine. So you're staying in your down dog. You're rounding the low back, mid back, upper back, and then rolling it back. So it's kind of like a tilting of the pelvis a little bit. And at first you might find that your spine doesn't want to move at all. It's a little bit of practice. Opening up into the shoulders, into the back, into the hamstrings. Moving with the breath. And then coming back to stillness. Inhale, lift that left leg. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down. Inhale, up to your low lunge. And then maybe again, hands coming to the low back, fingertips pointing down, finding a little bit of a lift through the heart, little back bend. And then slowly plant the hands, tuck the back toe, step that right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Plank pose, finding a nice solid plank here. And then just find a little shift forward and back. So the heels are moving forward onto the tippy toes and then pressing back. Seeing if you can get those shoulders to come maybe just past the wrists. Holding that core strong and steady. And then on your next one forward, let those knees come down, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to a little baby cobra, squeezing the glutes. And then we'll reach those arms back behind you, clasp the hands, keeping the toes, the feet on the mat for now, just lifting up through the upper body, reaching through those hands that are clasped. And then release the hands, palms underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up and back, down dog. And then walk the hands towards the back of your mat, towards your feet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach. Then exhale, interlace the hands behind you. And then forward fold with the hands lifting off the sacrum. Stretching into those shoulders. Let yourself melt to gravity. And then release the hands down. Walk the hands forward, back into your down dog. This time, that same kind of rolling motion through the spine, but rolling all the way to your plank. And then rolling back on the knees, press back to your down dog. Moving with your breath, keeping it fluid. One more. And then rolling forward to your plank, holding in your plank. And then find a little side to side with the hips. So just like an inch, bring the feet nice and close together. Staying in that high plank. And just dipping those hips side to side. Starting to feel those obliques start to wake up. Three, two, and one. And then shift forward, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. And then reach the arms back, clasp them the weird way. Inhale, lift up. Maybe adding the legs to hover this time. Holding here. Inhale and exhale. Release down. Hands come nice and close underneath those shoulders. Tuck the toes. Find you're bracing your core and then trying to lift up in one piece. Back to your plank pose as opposed to like a worm wiggle. And then again, find that little sawing, seesaw motion forward and back. Pulling the sternum towards the people bone. Feel the abdominals start to engage a little more. Forward and back. For 3, for 2, for 1. And then press back to your down dog. Inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, step up or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back, press back down, dog. And then inhale, rolling forward. Let the hips come down towards the mat, but keep the toes tucked. So you're in this modified up dog. And then we're gonna lift the right leg to hover. And then press those hips up and back to your 3-legged down dog. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, reach that right leg forward, cross it in front of the left leg, coming onto the sole of that left leg, and then the right palm, and then reaching that left arm overhead. So you're in kind of this twisted side plank variation. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbow, bring them together. Inhale, reach it long. Finding a stretch through that left side body. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, that left palm is going to come down. Unwind back to your three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then slowly let that right foot come all the way down to that left side. Big flip dog, wild thing, reaching that right arm towards the front of the room. Now we're going to transition to our side plank. On that left hand, left foot, reach the right leg up as high as you can reach it. Little side plank star. And then we're going to slowly step that right foot towards the front of your mat. Turn to the left side into your Skandasana. Hands come to heart center. Right knees bent, left legs long. Inhale, lift up. Bend into the left knee, lengthen the right leg. And then turning to face the back of your mat. Pressing into that left foot. Start to lift the right leg into your needle. Standing splits. Reaching those right toes towards the ceiling. Folding over that left shin. Now bring that right hip down so that's in line with the left hip. Lift the hands to heart center if you can, coming into your warrior 3. Find your balance. Taking in all those little micro movements in that left foot, left ankle. And then slowly step the right foot back, coming into a crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands are going to come down. Step that right foot forward a little bit into your pyramid pose. So all 10 toes are facing forward. You want blocks in the hands or on the fingertips. And folding over that left long leg. Inhale, halfway, lift up, step that right foot back, bring the right knee down, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, right hand is going to come towards that right calf to a little or kind of bigger back bend. Pressing the hips forward still. Finding length through the spine. Inhale, come back up. Planting the hands. Tuck the toes. Step that left foot back to your plank pose. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. And inhaling, shifting forward to your plank. Then letting the hips lower to that modified up dog with the toes tucked. Lift that left leg to hover. And then press up and back Your three-legged down dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring that left knee forward, wrapping it around that right foot. Right sole of foot comes down, pressing into the left hand, and that right foot, lift that right arm overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, bend that right elbow together. Inhale, reach it long, find that stretch. Exhale together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, that right hand comes down, unwind, lifting that left foot back to your three-legged down dog. And exhale, bending the knee, opening the hip, and maybe bringing that left ball foot to land. Oh, I'm like in my plant. In your up dog, reaching the left fingertips, pressing those hips up nice and high. And then transitioning to your side plank. So lifting that left leg as high as you can reach it. And that little star, reaching the left hand too. And then slowly step the left foot forward, swiveling to the right to your Skandasana. Hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting up. You can use the hands here or hands stay at heart center. Bend into the right knee, lengthen the left leg. And then facing again the front of your mat, pressing into that right foot. Lift the left leg, folding in your standing splits. Taking a few breaths here. Each one trying to reach those left toes a little bit higher, trying to reach that forehead towards the shin. And then lifting halfway, bringing that left hip in line with the right hip. Your warrior three, and maybe the hands stay down. Maybe you lift one hand and the other hand. One long line from the crown of your head to that left heel. Staying strong. And then slowly step the left foot back to your crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, cactus the arms. Elbows down, lift the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fingertips come down. Step that left foot forward just a little bit. Feet are facing forward, hips are facing forward for your pyramid pose. Exhale, folding over that right long leg. And inhale, halfway lift. Step that left foot back. Left knee comes down. Lifting up. An option, again, for that left hand to come towards the left calf. Lift into that back bend. Lifting heart. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come back down to plant. Step that right foot back. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take 2 breaths here in your down dog. And inhale, lift the right leg. Step to the outside of the right hand. And then step it back, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. And step it back. Once more, inhale, the right leg. Step. And back. Left leg. Steps carefully, intentionally. And then this time, right leg, right foot is going to step. We're going to stay here in our lizard lunge. So maybe you find a little forward and back movement. If it's accessible, maybe you come down onto the forearms. But we're going to stay in this active version. So keeping that left knee lifted. And then from here, either from the palms or from the forearms, see if you can step that right foot back into a forearm plank. One long line. And then pressing into the right forearm, outer edge of the right foot, lift the left arm. Pressing those hips up, stacking that left hip over the right. Exhale, left forearm comes back down. Let the hips come down. Sphinx pose. And lower down. Bring the palms down. Tuck the toes. Lift up and back. Down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step to the outside of the hands. And again, hanging out here. Maybe find a little bit of movement. Maybe you come down onto the forearms. And then either on the palms to get there, or maybe you can wiggle that left foot back into your forearm plank, or however you want to get there. And then we'll press into the left forearm, outer edge of the left foot, lift the right arm, forearm side plank. And as always, you can have that bottom knee down. If you need, feet can be side by side or stacked. Take one more breath. And then the right forearm will come down. Forearm plank. Walk those feet towards you. Dolphin. Press into the palms. Lift the forearms into your down dog. And then again, take those little rolls through the spine in your down dog. Maybe the movement's small or big, maybe it's getting bigger. No judgment, just trying to find that range of motion through the spine. And then coming back to stillness. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step between the hands, lifting all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lift the heart. And then reach the arms back. So palms are facing out Thumbs are facing up, still lifting the heart, reaching those fingertips back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, plant the hands and take your flow. Maybe you come straight back to down dog. Maybe you do your chaturanga. What does your body need? And then inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. And again, reach the hands back, thumbs up, palms out, lift the heart. Keep that bend in the left knee. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back. Take your flow. Taking a breath. And then inhaling, gazing forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, sink the hips, chair pose. Cactus the arms, just like we did in our lunge, our crescent lunge. Keeping the hips, knees the same. Inhale, come up to stand. Thumbs are going to touch. And then exhale, cactus the arms, sink the hips. Be more like that. Inhale, lift, tall. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Bring the left knee to the chest. And then exhale, left leg's going to come up behind you into your needle pose over that right leg. Maybe getting a little bit deeper this second time around. And then inhale, lifting up on those fingertips. Bring that left hip in line with the right, so you're in a supported warrior three. And then we're gonna lift that right arm, hitting the wall. Lift that right arm in front of you. Exhale, bend the knee and elbow to tap each other, kind of like your bird dog, but a standing bird dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, together. Inhale, reach. And then bring that right arm to the side, lift it up into your revolved half moon. Inhale. Exhale, left foot's going to come behind. Lift up to your boomerang lunge, crescent lunge. And then exhale, right fingertips are going to reach for that left hamstring, left thigh. Lift the left arm to your twisted back bend. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, left hand is going to plant. Come to the outer edge of that left foot. Sweep that right foot back, side plank. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand comes down. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take one more breath. Inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, step up or floats. Inhale, come all the way back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sink those hips, chair pose. Inhale, lift that right knee to chest, find your balance. And then exhale, shoot that right foot up and back. Fingertips come down, standing splits on the other side. Keep finding length and exhale, folding a little deeper. And then lifting halfway, bring that right hip in line with the left, flex the right foot. In your supported warrior 3. Reach the left arm in front. Exhale, draw. Knee up, elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale together. Inhale, reach. Exhale together. Inhale, reach. Bring that left arm to the side. Reach it up. Revolved half moon. Inhale. And then exhale. Step that right foot back. Lifting up to your crescent lunge. Right hand forward. Left hand back. Left fingertips are going to come to that right hamstring. Lift the heart. Lift that right hand. Keep that bend in the left knee. Inhale. And coming back to your boomerang. Exhale, plant that right hand forward. Outer edge of the right foot. Sweep the left foot back. Side planches for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Taking a breath. And then inhaling, gazing forward, bend the knees, step up, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sink the hips. And then getting a little lower, a little lower. Seeing if you can come all the way to kind of crouching position and then lift up onto the tippy toes. And then lower the heels, lower all the way down onto your sit bones. And then lower all the way to your spine. Reach the arms overhead. Reach the legs up towards the sky. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. And then lower those legs to a low boat. Finding that little shake. Inhale, lift up. You can lift up with knees bent or maybe legs long, your high boat. And lower to your low boat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Reach the arms and legs. Legs up, arms overhead. Let the head come down. Take a little break. And then on the next exhale, we're going to lift the arms up, lower the left leg, to hover. Inhale, reach the legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, arms forward, right leg comes down. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Moving nice and slow and controlled. Pressing low back into the mat. And your next one with the right leg up, left leg hovering. We're gonna hold here. See if you can lift the chest a little bit higher, reach those arms a little bit forward, reach that leg a little bit closer, getting into the hamstring, but without grabbing the leg, we're just using the core. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up, arms overhead, and then we'll switch sides. Left leg up, right leg hovering. Lift up as high as you can. Draw that knee towards you as much as you can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. Arms overhead. Exhale. Roll back up to your boat pose. And then using momentum, using the hands, maybe not using momentum, we're gonna lift back up to our chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Lift up onto the toes. And then reaching the arms forward, peel that right arm back into a little twist. And bring it back. Peel the left arm back, twist. And center. Reach the arms up, lift the hips. See if you can stay on the toes in your chair. Quads are working, glutes are working. Exhale, forward fold. And then keeping those heels lifted, bring the hands underneath the heels. You might have to bend the knees quite a bit. So the forearms are kind of behind the calves. And then maybe you start to lengthen the legs to your deep forward fold. Take one more breath. And then release those hands from underneath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step the feet back into your down dog. Give your dog a little walk here. And then gaze forward, bend the knees, step, hop, float. Step those feet forward and lower the hips all the way down onto the mat. Knees wide, feet together, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Use those elbows if you want to kind of help the knees come down, or just more passive, letting yourself melt down using gravity. Inhale, roll your way up, bring the knees together and roll down onto your spine. And then take a little different variation of our bridge. So bring the feet nice and close to the hips. And then bring the arms into those goalpost cactuses again. So you're pressing the upper arms, the triceps, shoulders into the mat, making fists with the hands. And then we're going to roll those hips up into our bridge pose. Really active through the arms. You're pressing into the floor of the mat. And then we're going to press into that left foot. Bring that right knee into the chest as tight as you can. Lengthen that right leg and lower it. Bend the knee, bring it in. Lengthen the leg and lower it. One more. Knee in, lengthen and lower. Bring that right leg up, lift onto the left heel and bring it down for 5, 4, bring into that calf, 3, 2, 1. Let the right foot come down. And just take these circles with the hips in your bridge pose. Kind of funky with it. And switch directions. Nice big circles with the hips. And then coming back to center, press into the right foot, draw the left knee in to the chest, lengthen that leg, bring it to hover, bend the knee, lengthen, hover, keeping that right hip nice and high as you move in, lengthen, hover, in, lengthen, lift that right heel, and lower it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that left foot come down. Press those hips up. Lift both heels. Get a little bit higher in your bridge. Press into those arms. And exhale. Lower down with the hands. Come down. Let the feet come wide. Big inhale. And side up through the mouth. Another one like that. Inhale through the nose. And side out. Now we're going to do one more of those toe bridges. So bring those elbows wide. The fist press into the mat. Roll the spine up. Lift onto the tippy toes. And maybe you can walk those feet even a little bit closer. Press the hips up a little higher. Squeeze the glutes. If wheel is something that's part of your practice so that you're working on, see if you can come into it, keeping that elevation on the toes. Bring those palms beside the shoulder. Lift up. So you're in a wheel on the toes, on the balls of the feet. See how that changes the pose. And slowly lower back down to that bridge on the toes. Or if you're still here working on that. Inhale and exhale. Lower all the way down. Bring those feet wide. Let the knees knock in. And then just bring the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Tuning back in. Moving the spine. Come back to its neutral. Two more breaths. And then releasing. We're gonna bring that right knee across on top of the left knee. Reach the arms, the hands for somewhere on the shins or the ankles, and then drawing those feet kind of away from each other, drawing the knees towards you. Your reclined Gomukhasana. If this is enough, you can stay here. If you want to rock up, you can come into your seated version. If you're in your seated version, we're going to bring the hands to heart center and twist to the right. So hooking that left elbow on the right knee. Different variation. Inhale, come back to center. Roll back onto your spine. And then release those legs. Bring the knees in, give them a little hug. And then we'll take the opposites, the left knee over the right. Starting in that reclined position. Flex the feet, draw them away from each other. Again, if you want, bring the knees towards you, find a little rock. Whee! Use the core all the way up to the seated version. Maybe you want to bring those hands to heart center, twist to the left, hook that right elbow on the left knee. Everything is just an option that you can take with your practice, a variation. You never have to do anything that the teacher says. It's your practice. Finding what works for you, what you want to try today might be different than yesterday. Coming back to center and rolling back onto your spine. Unwind those legs, draw the knees in. And then we'll take a reclined twist. So you can have one leg long, one knee bent, have both knees bent. You can cross left knee over right again. Reach those arms wide. Let the knees come over to the right side and gaze to the left. Bringing it out. Letting go whatever you don't need. Inhale, come back to center. Unwind the legs if they're crossed. Right knee can cross over the left. And bring those knees over to the left, gaze to the right. And coming back to center. Uncross those legs. Draw the knees in. And coming into one last happy baby. Grabbing the outer edges of the feet or the big toes. Drawing those knees down on either side. And slowly releasing, coming into your final resting pose for Shavasana. Letting the eyes close. Finding stillness. Your time to assimilate the benefits of your practice, of your movement. To find this stillness at the end, this moment for the mind to quiet, the body to find a rest. And slowly starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, taking a big stretch. And then exhale, drawing the knees into the chest, rolling to a ball on your favorite side. Taking 2 slow deep breaths here. And then slowly making your way up to a seated position. Taking your time. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center, bowing your head. The light in me honors, recognizes, appreciates the light in you. Thank you guys. Have an excellent rest of your day. Namaste.